Grab your glasses, everybody. It's time for a Moonshine Safari.
Welcome, everybody, to Moonshine Safari from
Hey.
beautiful downtown Gilbert, Arizona, and Moonshine Safari Studios. I am Josh, and...
I'm Deltora.
Oh my gosh, everybody, where's Dinah? Dinah's gone.
She's missing.
She's missing. She's MIA. I don't know. Well, I do know where she is, but she's not here today. We have a special guest. Deltora is going to sit in today.
Indeed.
Yeah, and he's going to join us today, and hopefully he will entertain you. I know he will entertain you, and I know you will enjoy it.
I will certainly try my best.
Right, he does. And we've given him shout-outs before, and those of you who haven't listened before to the previous 47 episodes, because this is number 48.
Oh yeah, we're getting close to the 50
Well,
mark.
you've posted all of them so far and edited them.
No,
so
yeah.
you should know. You've got them all up
No,
there.
yeah.
Right. So, as you know, this is our shine out time of the show, and we want to thank everybody first for showing up and listening. We appreciate you and supporting us. And if you'd like to share to all those places, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, all the places.
As the YouTubers say, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. Ring the little bell, ding a ding a ding. Oh, you know what to do, all this kind of stuff. All right, so make sure you do all that and share it with your friends, and we appreciate that. Also, so shine out time. I want to give a shine out to Martin Guitars. The reason I want to give a shout out to Martin Guitars is because I am lucky owner of two of them. I have the little backpacker guitar. That was my first one. And then those of you who have seen my Cantankerous Josh Instagram, and probably some pictures, I'm not sure if Dinah posted those on the Moonshine Safari Instagram or not, but yeah, Dinah is, well, that guitar, that Martin, is a triple aught 15 SM. It's all mahogany. Those of you guitar geeks who listen, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a gorgeous guitar, and its name is Dinah.
I think she has before, if I remember correctly.
I think she's posted it, yes. So, hi, Martin Guitars. Shine out to you. We want to give a shout out to our vets, our veterans. We want to give, and their families, and also those who are deployed and their families. Hopefully bring all of our folks home soon. I want to give you guys an update on our little cracker. We told you last episode that she was going to have a procedure, but doctor decided they didn't want to do it because it was a little too sketchy. And
yeah, maybe a little bit.
Well, the reason Deltora is laughing is, okay, this is something we could talk about. It just dawned on me. It's like, I'm not going to tell you where we took her. This is the place that I will never go back again.
We won't mention names.
No, but it's, so we took our little doggy there, and the vet came in, and who shocked us both, by the way. He looked her over, and first off, I told him how old she was, and then what'd he say?
He's like, she looks older. How old is she?
And I just told him. And it's like,
and told you.
And her birth date is in the freaking chart. So I'm like, I'm sorry, you went to veterinary school for what purpose? Well, apparently in veterinary school they teach you how to be a racist.
I guess.
Because I'm standing there, and she's looking at me, and he's looking at, because so Cracker's got this little growth on her eyelid, and she's had it before, and it fall off, but this time it got really big and ugly and nasty, and it's bleedy and gross.
Yeah.
But it's like really on top of her eyelid, and it's pressing on her eye.
Just kind of sad, really.
It is. But we're gonna give you an update because she is doing better.
Yes,
she is doing better.
Yes, that she is.
But so we're standing there, Deltora and I, because he went with me. He held her, and we went, and so she's on the table, and doctor's across from me, and Deltora's to my left, and he's telling me, and he goes, yeah, I really don't want to remove this because if we do that, then she's gonna have a gap in her eyelid, and she's gonna squint worse than a Chinese person.
I can.
And at first I'm shocked, right?
God.
At first it's like everything slowed down. It's kind of like in that moment, like, did you just hear what you thought you heard?
Hold on a minute.
Standing in front of you. Okay. Now I'm not going to give the veterinarian's name, but I will tell you that he is of Hispanic descent.
That is true.
Okay.
He was.
Based on name and appearance. Okay. Now I could just be, I'm judging. That's true, but that's what I see. I could be wrong, but he either had a really good tan and he had just a last name that would be Hispanic. So anyway, I couldn't believe it. So then he's like, I'm like, okay. So then he leaves, and I look at Deltora to the left, and he looks at me. I'm sure the exact same way I'm looking at him, because I go,
oh yeah,
did you hear that? And he goes, yeah. I go, and I had to, I'm like, hold on.
You're like, no, what did you hear?
What did you hear, right? I'm like, what did you hear? Then what did you say? You said,
he squinted. If I remove this, she'll squint worse than a Chinese individual. It's
and
like,
I was like, I'm like, what? What?
Why would you even say that?
I'm sorry. And I know this isn't a shine out, but this is our show, so we can do it however we want. But so not giving a shine out to that vet. Oh my gosh! But let me tell you, that little cracker was such a good doggy that day.
She did so good.
Even in front of Mr. Racist.
Of all things,
unbelievable.
Maybe she did it because it was a dog that was called Cracker,
maybe
all white.
Maybe he looked at me and I'm 99.999% white and thought, hell, he must be a racist. He'll get this.
Probably.
What? No, idiot. Anyway,
no.
No, that's not it. So no shout outs for them. But you have a shine out.
Yes, I want to give a shine out to the OG, the king of monsters, Godzilla.
Here it comes. Woo! What did we do on Sunday? When did we go?
I think it was Sunday.
It was Sunday. That's right. It was Sunday.
We saw Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yes, we did.
A lot of people didn't like it. I, for one, really liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was awesome.
It was
nonstop, except for the two little kids that kept just talking behind us almost the entire time, and the place that they're not supposed to be talking. But
exactly,
they did quite up at the end. But man, Godzilla was.
It was so good.
Was
music
cool
was so
looking.
Good. Oh man, and the CG was.
Oh yeah, it was spot on.
Wow,
The
it was
fights
just
were
amazing.
And, just if you like, okay, what I enjoyed too is, and we were more than halfway back, and it was the smaller theater at the Alamo in Tempe is where we went, but man, the music and the explosions you could feel it. It was awesome.
You could almost feel the chair vibrate.
Oh no, I could feel it. I could feel my chest bouncing. It was and it wasn't just because of the flab. It was just because it was
right.
All right, so that was great. All right, we have some shout outs for some new listeners, and we always like to acknowledge all you wonderful people who are following us. Romance NG.
Nice. Thank you for joining.
What up, homie or homette? Old Forge Distillery.
That just sounds cool.
I know. I love when the distilleries start following us. That's amazing. And if you ever want to send us to try your stuff, I mean, we're all the way in Arizona. Know how we figure that out. But contact us at Josh and Dina at moonshinesafari.com, and we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'd be happy to sample some stuff if you'd
sure
like.
would. Absolutely. Also, Mary Lee.
Thank you for joining.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you. Festival Theater.
A theater, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
We have some interesting places that follow us. And Best IP.
Best IP,
Or
very
Best
good.
Eat Man.
Ip
I
Man.
love those movies.
Oh, man, I haven't seen any of them. I need to.
They're really cool. I like them. All right. We're going to try something interesting and live. Well, not really live, but kind of. So what we're doing now is what are... It's music time. So coming up, what are we listening to?
What's Josh listening to?
What's Deltora listening to?
Oh, what am I listening to? Oh.
Yeah, see, you can tell that we're kind of doing this on the spot. So
this is my first time.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah, that was
like
actually really awesome. And we're just doing it on the fly. So it's very raw, and that's how we like it. What have you been listening to? You always have music going. Okay, I'll just say when Deltora has when he comes in from work, he has his intro music. Like if you ever watch the WWE, you ever like to watch the WWE and the music starts blah 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 blah. You can kind of hear it when the car pulls up, and then it's like he opens the garage door, and then here he comes. It's like he's
from the distance you hear my music.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's right. So what do you listen to, or maybe tell the folks a little bit about what you like listening to, the kind of styles of music.
All right. Well, I listen to Basically a bit of everything. The only thing I'm really not too into is rap music. But recently, like there are a few phases I go through where I listen to a few songs like repeatedly just because that's who I am. Recently, I've actually been listening to the King of Monsters soundtrack.
Well, hey.
They have epic music on that. It's so good.
Awesome. And I have been listening to Toby Keith. That's what I've been listening to as of late. Something different. He's got a new song out called That's Country Bro. Gives a lot of, I think we mentioned this before, but you guys should check it out. It's pretty cool.
It's country, bro.
It's country, bro. Hey, coming up next, it's time to tickle your funny bone with Mexican word of the week, and that's me. So,
hey.
Yeah.
What's the intro for that one?
That's the that's the one I always put the one because you have one that's in there that's
you
messed
that's
up.
like where I messed up. Oh yeah.
I always put that in there because it's funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, make up one about funny bone,
Funny
or
bone.
I don't know, or tickle your funny bone. Time to tickle your funny. I don't know.
Time to tickle your funny bone.
There you go. I like that. That was good. All right. Funny Mexican word. And we have to explain this, okay? Don't get all in the racist stuff. I mean, come on. Give me a break. I'm 99.999% white boy.
I'm a quarter Mexican.
There you go.
I give my stamp of approval.
Thank you. Thank you, son. Thank you, Deltora. I appreciate that. Okay, so we got Mexican. You get 3 times the pleasure today. Mexican 3 words of the week. Green, pink, and jello.
Oh, dear.
Green, pink, and jello. The phone go green, green. I pick it up and say jello.
So bad that it's
That's
good.
So bad.
It's so
That's
bad.
so
it's
bad.
Good.
All right. Coming up next, it's peeve of the week.
It's time for peeve of the week.
Awesome. All right. I'm Josh.
And I'm Deltora.
Yeah, sitting in for Dinah this week. My son Deltora and the master behind all of the wonderful things that goes on here at Moonshine Safari. Getting all of the wonderful things posted for you wonderful people to listen to. Isn't that great?
The Moonshine Monarch.
That's it. All right. Hey, you know what peeve of the week is? I have no idea.
I don't know either. On
Do you have a peeve? Are you peeved? What
re-
peeves you?
Really? Recently? Just needy guests.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, honestly,
they're there because they're needy.
they're there
need
to
something.
get something. It's just that, like, recently, just because of the heat, and people are getting a little cranky, and then
Yeah,
they're taking it out on us, and we're trying to help them, and so when we don't have what they need, they can get a little crazy.
It's almost like right. So Deltora works in a hardware store, and which is a little different than working in, like, I worked at Walgreens. And that would be like Christmas time.
Yeah.
That'd be like Christmas time, or in the stores I worked at, if you ever ran out, if we were running sale on raisins, apricots, or prunes.
Oh.
And you ran out of any of that? Because I always ended up working in an area where there are a lot of older people.
Of course.
Because who eats that stuff other than people who need
gotta
to
get
keep
their fiber
moving?
in, you know?
Oh, and it does. Oh, man, the prunes are the worst. Golly, and apricots do. But we sell, we used to sell tons. I mean, we'd have so many. Anyway, so you run out of those, people get angry. Because they're already constipated. So they're already grumpy. And then you don't have...
Yeah, of course.
They're like, what am I going to do now? So, yeah, so peeve. Oh, there you go. Well, it happens. It happens. All right. Hey, coming up next, pro tip of the week.
Time to listen to the Masters because he has pro tip of the week.
I don't know about Masters, but thank you for that, Deltora. That's awesome. And I'm Josh.
And I'm Deltora.
There you go. And you're listening to Moonshine Safari from Gilbert, Arizona and Moonshine Safari Studios.
Yeah.
Hey, got a pro tip for you. Hey, Dean and I went to an expo, a health and wellness expo, where we were marketing our mortgage stuff. And Dina had gotten some of these water bottles that had our information and all that stuff on a big box. And it was a big box, like you could miss his box, right? So, and I had one of those little crate pulley thingies that had our other stuff in it. And we went and set it up, and that big box was set on top. So we got to our table. I took that off, slid it on the table, unpacked the other box, put the tablecloth on, did all this stuff, got everything set up. Everything looks beautiful. Everything was going great. We had a great time. I'm taking everything down.
Box was still there.
box was still there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Oh no.
Oh man, I can't believe I did that. And I was beating myself up. I was like, man, I can't believe that. What in the world? And then the funny thing is Dinah says, well, it's not just your fault because I was sitting and kicking it the entire time.
hiding in plain
So
sight.
you're probably saying, what is the pro tip? The pro tip is if you bring something, use it, right? Keep an idea of what you got and just don't hide things. I was actually trying to keep the box out of everybody's way. And in doing so,
forgot about it. You kept it out of your own way.
I kept it out of everybody's way. So now we still have a big box of water bottles with all of our marketing information on it. So too bad, but it was still a good time, and we met a lot of great people over at the expo we were at, and it was fun. So yeah, but pro tip, use the stuff that you that you bring,
that you prepare to use.
It works. That's right. Oh, all right. Coming up. It's not marriage story of the week anymore because, Dinah's not here. So it's me and Deltora, and we're going to talk about what's coming up Sunday. We're going to talk about Father's Day. Stick with us. Yeah.
And now it's time for Father's Day. I didn't know what to do with that.
That was awesome. I like it. It's Father's Day. Welcome to Moonshine Safari, everybody. And this is like totally off the wall. And Dinah's not here, and the boys are just having some fun.
Yeah, basically.
The boys are just having some fun. We're doing something new and different. So this is our 48th episode. Holy majoli, 48th episode. Well, I am 48 years old. I'll be 49 this year. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And we're coming up on a year now. We've been doing these shows for almost a year. July the 10th on our anniversary, 25th anniversary, we started, and we've been here doing shows. The only time we missed a show was during Thanksgiving, and we've posted a show every week since, and we appreciate it. We did move days, but now we post on Fridays, which that's what we
appreciate you guys following that.
We do. Absolutely. Every time Deltora posts something, we get a new listener, new follower, and we do appreciate that very much. And you guys give that little like and that little whatever you got to do. Do all that stuff. All right? We always tell you to do it.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Just keep doing all that fun stuff.
Share with your friends and family.
Yeah, coming up this Sunday is Father's Day. We don't get real crazy about Mother's Day, Father's Day so much as far as that. We'll usually give each other like the meal that we'd like.
Right.
The kids do
maybe
stuff.
A few gifts.
Yeah, a few little things. I always tell them don't give me stuff because I don't want them to spend their money on me. I'm like my father. I know my father used to say the same thing to me, and I used to do the same thing they do to me, the same exact thing, which is still get me stuff. And my kids get me good stuff. I don't get like crappy ties and stupid underwear and all that kind of stuff. I get good stuff. I get gadgets, electronic gadgets, and knives and hatchets and all kinds of cool stuff. But what we like to talk about is kind of like to honor Father's Day is talk about fathers. And Deltora is not a father. Someday he hopes to be one. I think.
I would like to be at some point.
I think you'd be a great.
Not ready right now, but
right. That's good. But you will be someday. Even when you are, you'll think you're not. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
We all do that. But anyway. So my father, who I've talked to a little bit about in previous shows, he's no longer with us. He passed away in 2005 from cancer. So he's been gone a ways. And he was my best friend. Besides Dinah. Dinah's always like my bestest friend. But, growing up as an adult, my dad and I, our relationship totally changed, and we became like really good friends, and we fish and go do stuff together and joke around and had the same type of kind of humor, and he could get me laughing and get me so tickled that I was about to pee on myself, and I could get him tickled that he was about to pee on himself, and we just always had a great time. I remember times I've told you he used to just love to watch sports all the time, right? All the time, laying on the bed, watching sports, usually watching something on TV while he had like his Walkman, listening to a basketball game, probably listening to the Suns, watching the Atlanta Braves play.
Oh, so I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle it.
He used to do that all the time. And I go in there when we come visit and play, on the weekends and stuff, and I go in there, lay on the bed next to him, and we'd just be sitting there and just watching, games, and we'd arm wrestle a little bit and stuff, but we'd always done that when I was younger. We used to wrestle and stuff like that, kind of like you and I did when you were little.
Yeah,
we kind of did the exact same thing. We used to wrestle around and play and goof around. But my dad was he was kind of a quiet guy for the most part about his emotions, which is unlike me. That's where I got that from my mom. I got my emotional temper side from my mom. And
I'm not quiet about it either.
That I could say that's one thing that you and I have in common for sure is our tempers.
Yeah.
And I wish you didn't have that about you from me, but you're very passionate. That's the way I look at it.
That's a good way to look at it.
We get very passionate about certain things, and sometimes we get angry for stupid things.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so, but he wasn't like that. I mean, he didn't. I never really saw him, angry that much. I mean, I saw him angry a couple of times. I don't remember him spanking me or anything. And Mom was always the one who was the flying off the handle and whooping butts. That was her. And then he used to take me fishing and stuff like that, but. If you guys haven't listened or know, I wrote a song in honor of my dad called This Whiskey's For You. And you can go to our website at moonshinesafari.com or the YouTube channel, and it's posted up there if you like to listen to it.
It's a good one too. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
It's a good one.
I'm pretty proud of that song. That one took a long time to write. I just wrote that song just recently, and when I first started writing it, I couldn't get through it. I couldn't get through writing it. I couldn't get through singing it without just breaking down. I just couldn't. And now I can. I mean, I worked through that part because but when I was writing it, it was all raw again. Like
it's always different when you decide to make something like that for someone. It's always a little harder when you do that.
Yeah. And I'm sure I have more to give to him, more other songs that would be more funny. And like he was that This Whiskey's For You is a little more of a serious type of not an honoring type of song, not like really sad, but like more honoring. And but there's some funny ones I like to write with him too, because he was a funny guy. We have many pictures when Deltora was young. Paul used to be up there in the chair in his recliner, either watching TV or watching one of the kids play video games.
Oh, yeah.
Little Deltora sitting up on the left arm of his chair. That was his spot. That's where he was.
That's where I be.
That's where he would go every time when we would go visit.
I remember that.
We have pictures there. He would sit right next to Paul. Paul would be sitting there right next to him, and they would be, he'd be giving him candy and stuff that he shouldn't have been. But
lemon drops, man.
Lemon, right. I remember. That's right.
Man.
I forgot about that.
Those are my favorite.
Right. I forgot about that. Lemon drops. He used to, See, that's funny that I had my great grandfather used to keep orange slices for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
So your grandfather, that's awesome. See, my grandfather my papa used to take me fishing and let me drive his car and stuff. So, but he never had candy for me because Granny never had candy in the house.
Oh, gotcha.
Not that I could ever find.
Right. She hid it from you.
Yeah, but my great grandfather, he had those orange slices. He has it, but that's funny. You remember lemon drops? I remember.
Oh
that.
yeah,
he loved lemon drops. Yeah, that's funny. Well, in a lot of ways, I'm like my father in that way. I think I'm very methodical in my thinking and very logical, and that when I think of doing things. And I think Deltora is we have some similarities too, and we have a lot of differences. And a lot of people would say that. Well, I mean, Dinah. Your mom says,
right.
She always says, that's my mini-me. And it's true.
I think that applies to looks,
we do. We are very similar. And our voices, you probably can tell, are very similar.
Yeah.
Our voices are very similar. And, but Deltora is his own man. And he does his own things. And he has his own interests. And we have a lot of shared interests. And we have a lot of shared similarities. What would you say, besides the temper, could you think of would be a similarity between you and me?
say either our mutual interest in both food and music.
Oh, that's perfect. That's actually great. Okay, because I'll tell you guys, Deltora can freaking cook, man. I'm just telling you. All right,
Got it from someone. Just saying.
And just saying, ladies, he is unattached at the moment, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, he is unattached at the moment, and he's giggling. He didn't know. This is not a pitch, but it kind of is. I'm just saying, the man can cook. You know what I'm saying? Like fried chicken, like Southern fried chicken, and
just like Nana used to make for
right,
real.
and burgers, and and can he cook a steak? Let me just tell you, I don't think there's a better steak out there than the one that he can cook.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, I do. I do. He can cook steak. I'm just saying, it's amazing. So, yeah.
That's from the method you taught me.
Yeah,
though.
so if you want Josh and Dinah at moonshinesafari.com, and we'll matchmake or do something. So if you're interested. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Just if you're interested. No, he's blushing. If you can hear the blush through the microphone, he's totally blushing. He didn't know we were going down that road. Neither did I. I didn't either. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
This is the Father's Day show. And that's what fathers do, right? Fathers are supposed to embarrass their children and embarrass their sons, and I'm sure I embarrass them all the time, and that's okay. That's my job. Oh, look, that's the phone. I never turn it off.
That is a notification.
It always happens. I just got to make sure that Dinah and Robin, who are out together, are okay, and it's not them, and it is not.
Very good. Very good.
Everything is good. All right. I think, well, you have anything to add about fathers and anything like that?
I just wanted to, well, the only thing I was going to really say is that, like, one of my best memories that I had with Pa was, and that's what I used to call Josh's dad. I used to call him Pa. But one of the best memories I had with him was we would, like, before, because I used to get dropped off at their house. So my mom, Dinah, could go work. This was before I was in school. And as she was coming home, or as she was coming to their house, I would go out with Pa and sit on the porch and watch cars drive by, and we would count them. It was cool because it's just a simple thing, but it's like that's one of my fondest memories that I have was just doing that.
That's pretty cool because I have a memory of my grandfather, Pa's dad, and I called him Papa. And their house was right off of the highway, Tennessee, and we would get up when we were staying there. We'd get up and eat breakfast. When we got done, Papa. Everybody would go out to the front. He had his rocking chair he would sit in. They had a swing to the right of that. We'd sit in that and watch the cars go by.
Wow.
We did the exact same thing.
Family tradition, huh?
Yep, exact same thing. Yep, that's what you do in a small town in Tennessee, and I guess in a big town like Phoenix. It doesn't matter.
Right, yeah.
Kind of do the same thing. Well, I'd like that. Thank you, Deltora, for sharing that that memory. That's cool. All right. Hey, it's time for drinks and recipes.
Oh, yeah. You better believe we about to get into those delicious recipes this week.
All right.
Oh, that wasn't really an intro, was it?
Do it now.
Alrighty. Get out your pens and notepads, everybody. It's time for recipes.
All right. That was good. Welcome back, everybody. Not that you went anywhere, because we really didn't go anywhere. We're still right here.
It's
just
live.
one long flowing show today, one long podcast. But it's I'm Josh.
And I'm Deltora.
Yes, he is. And we appreciate Deltora sitting in today. And it's been a good show, man. It's been fun. I liked it. Thank you. We're going to have to do this again for sure.
No, I've liked it too. I've liked it too. It's
maybe
fun.
when we see John Wick 3, we'll do a show.
That'll be a good one.
Or maybe we'll do you and I'll do like a little thing. Anyway. All right, drinks and recipes. It's I was going to call this I be seeing you later.
Okay.
or barking up the wrong tree, and you're probably not sure
the,
where I'm going.
That I don't know.
But it's about root beer. Got Barks root beer. Get it?
Oh, okay.
IBC root beer.
Yeah.
All right, IBC root beer. If those of you who don't know those, okay, IBC root beer used to come in glass bottles, or I don't know if they still do because I don't really drink soda anymore.
I haven't ever seen one.
That was like the best root beer that Nana and we always used to look for was the IBC root beer.
Really?
Yeah, it used to be like the best flavor or whatever. So if she couldn't find the sarsaparilla, which she really liked, but she liked the root beer, so IBC was like the best. And then Barks came out, which I liked Barks.
Barks is good.
But man, Barks will make you burp like crazy. Ooh,
That is true.
carbonation.
Barks and Mug.
Right. So this, if you haven't guessed already, the drink has to do with root beer.
Couldn't have guessed.
Right. So the point is you can use whatever favorite root beer you like. And I was thinking if you like IBC, you could call it IB seeing you later.
I be seeing you later, right?
Right. Or if you like Barks, you can say barking up the wrong tree or something like that. I was using Blue Sky root beer, which I don't know what you want to say to that. But it was, the mixture is Old Smoky White Lightning. I'll say 3 good shots and a 16-ounce glass, and top it off with root beer and ice, if you like it. Or
Hey,
not.
I would try that. That sounds good.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Also, what's very good, I just throw this out there for you, is root beer and vanilla vodka.
Oh yeah, I can see how that would
tastes
be
a
good.
little bit like a float,
Oh yeah,
like a root beer float.
the ice creamless float.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yep.
That's a cool
Kinda like
idea.
that. Yeah, a little bit like that. So you can try that on the weekend. Hey, I think that's a show.
We all done for today? All done
think
for
we
today?
are. I think we're finished. Hope you guys like the show. Like, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff that you normally do.
Like, comment, subscribe,
Thank
share with your family and friends.
That's it. All right. Thanks for putting up with us, and we appreciate your time. And we hope we put a smile on your face, because what we like to do is spread the shine. That's kind of what we're here for. We want to just spread the shine and
Positive message.
That's right. Be good to each other, okay? Please be good to each other. It just takes an act of kindness. That's it. Just do it.
I think it was a
Please.
quote from Lord of the Rings. It's like the real heroes are the ones that do like the small acts of kindness each day, not the people that do these grandiose things.
Right. If the majority of us who don't have the stage like these celebrities, if we were just a little more patient with each other and a little nicer to each other, to the clerks at the stores, to the customers in the stores,
Right.
to the people on the road, maybe we wouldn't be so full of angst. So anyway, have a great weekend, everybody.
Yes, indeed.
Keep shining. See you later.
Spread the shine. See y'all later.
Spread it. The shine.
Yeah! Thank y'all for coming by the Moonshine Safari. May your glasses be full and your hearts happy.
Hey y'all, welcome to Moonshine Safari. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as well as check the description for information on our social media sites, as well as our Patreon account to help support our adventures in the Moonshine Wilderness.